YouTube, this is HK58. I'm going to do a quick little video. I'm not going to go over all these cards, really go over them much. But I'm going to do a video on cards that may be viable in Modern, or may be too powerful. This is a list that will have some of the more powerful cards. Some, I say. And some maybe just right for Modern. But it'd be kind of cool to see what comes of them. So I will say there's a link in the description below. It'll be a video on how you could get these cards into Modern, how Wizards could get these cards into Modern without having them go through Standard. So I'm just going to brief over them. I'm not going to go explain too much about these ones. I just threw this list together just for fun of it. And it'll be kind of cool to see how they fare in Modern. With my testing strategies. So the first one is Equilibrium. Whenever you play a creature spell, you may pay 1. If you do, return target creature to its owner's hand. It's kind of a way to you play a creature. If you have you pay 1 extra mana and you're bouncing their creatures. Hurts tokens, decks, stuff like that. But I don't know. This one may actually be viable in Modern, or it may not. It might spawn some new type of deck that'll be too powerful. Who knows? But yeah, it's a testable option. Choking Sands, the original black version of the new Multan Raid. Well, it's not new, but the newer version of Multan Raid, the red. But it says destroy target non-swampland. So I can see this one not being broken in Modern, because all you have to do is have an Urborg and it shuts it down. Outside of having Urborg to shut down this card, it's just another Multan Raid. It may or may not spawn some sort of... It may even spawn a Rakdos strategy of land destruction. But it might not. And I will admit, I can maybe see this viable in Modern or Standard. Because, well, art-wise and the name of the card makes sense to fit into Amonkhet. Outside of that, it might be a little too powerful for that. For Standard, because Standard needs to be... a little bit slower and not too overpowering. And this is a pretty good, powerful card. Turn 3, destroy a land. Turn 4, destroy a land. Turn 5, destroy a land. Turn 6, start playing your stuff. A little too powerful. No Mercy. I'm not going to brief too much on this one. Just whenever a creature just deals damage to you, destroy it. Good way to wrath away your creature, or destroy your creatures. Your opponent's creature, sorry. If they attack you, but you still take damage. This might be a card that might not be ran, or it might be a budget version in place of Phyrexian Obliterator. Who knows? Be a great card worth trying. Engineered Plague. This one may be a little powerful. I can't say for sure. It would have to be tested in Modern. Unless some people have done tests, great. Post them. Post the videos of the tests of going against well, you'd probably be playing Legacy on MTGO, but you're going against a Legacy deck with a Modern, or 2 Modern decks, but with some of these Legacy cards. Great way to test them. If this is too powerful, yeah. If not, then it might actually fit in Modern. Cloud of Fairies. I only threw this one because I don't like fairy decks. I think they're just meh. Creature type wise, but I could see him needing a spiced up card, and this would be great for it. However, it can be used in other ways, which may make it not viable, depending on what combos and crazy shenanigans that come out in the future. So that's why I said this one is a maybe viable. Shardless Agent and a Cascader. This one's another one of those definitely maybe viable because it's pretty powerful. Ran in Legacy. 3 mana card that cascades into either removal or anything else crazy. But I know Living End would love to pick this card up. It's a creature, so it would actually go to the graveyard, and then if you do another Living End, you'll at least get another creature. Instead of using the sorcery or in the enchantment artifact, whatever, that cascades. There's enchantment, there's sorcery and instants, yeah. So this would be kind of a cool one. I know Living End would probably definitely love this card, but outside of that, who knows? Maybe another shenanigan craze that might come around. who knows? That's why it'd be great to see this card tested. Ragno Genesis. This is the card they could have kind of answered Splinter Twin, because it actually shuts down Splinter Twin. So, yeah, you know, this is a card that can definitely be tried out. And it might even allow Splinter Twin back in. But then again, Splinter Twin has been used a lot, and it'll probably bring a whole new archetype around. Plus, it actually turns this card turns Splinter Twin into a reversed combo kill. So it'd be worthwhile to check out. Recruiter of the Guard. Great little tutor for any creature with toughness 2 or less. Tarmogoyf, Dark Confidant, Stabcaster Mage. I was going to say Splinter Twin, but that's not it. There's quite a few different... There's a lot of cards that have a toughness 2 or less that this can tutor. So, hey, it'd be great. And it can even tutor into maybe another creature tutor. So, good worth to try. Skull Briar. I'm not going to brief on this one. All I can see is it can be used in some sort of aggro, Golgari, rock, beef type of deck. 2 mana haste, and then it dies and comes. If you can get it to come back, it keeps those +1/+1 counters. Propaganda. This one is like Ghostly Prison, the older version of Ghostly Prison. What's great about this one is it's a blue version instead of a white, so it gives blue decks more reach if they're not running white. However, outside of that, it might actually... I don't know, it might be too many Ghostly Prison effects. This card just might add too many. That's probably why they won't ever add this in. But if they do, great way to test to find out. They may just have to definitely get some more crazier enchantment removal on this one. Elfin Sanctuary, 2 mana. You may search your library instead of for a basic land card instead of drawing, but then you skip your draw step. So yeah, it's kind of a different take on land searching. A great way for green decks and green splashing a color decks, or any deck splashing green, to make sure you hit your land drops. Great card. Be worthwhile to be tested in, or worthwhile to test it. Give it a shot. Aura Shards. This one, I can see this one being pretty powerful because there's a lot of creatures and token generators. This would easily shut down a lot of the enchantment and artifact-based decks, especially Affinity. You play this, then turn 4. If you're in a token deck, this thing is like, oh, I'm going to place Spectral Possession. Oh, I got 3/1/1 tokens. I blow up 3 of your permanents. Now we're in a better shape to defend against you. So this actually may be a fun card to play around and see how it does in Modern. The last one I like to talk about is Vindicate. I can see it fitting in Modern fine because it's a sorcery speed. Yes, I will admit it's a sorcery speed land destruction card, but also destroys any permanent. For being an older card, it can destroy planeswalkers. So, yeah, it'd be kind of cool to see this card in Modern, even though I know they have a recent one from a similar card like this, but you lose 3 life and it's non-land permanents. However, Vindicate would be kind of cool to see. I don't see it being game-breaking. Maelstrom Pulse isn't game-breaking, even though, again, that's target non-land, and it hits multiple permanents. So it would give Black-White a reach card without having to sacrifice 3 life for it. So yeah, this is the end of the list, so let me know what you think on the list of cards. Maybe give your input on them. Actually, maybe even make your own video if you want, telling, how you could see some of these cards maybe fitting into Modern. But yeah, this is HK58, and I'm out of here. Have a good day.